Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman, Strat-O-Matic Network. Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman, Strat-O-Matic Network. And we've got a ball game here. The Cincinnati Reds at the St. Louis Cardinals. This is dated April 28th. In our 1962 replay, it's the second of a four-game series between the clubs. St. Louis won the first game 7-6. Good afternoon, Demos. Great to see you, Demos. We've got two southpaws for this game. It'll be Jim O'Toole for the Reds. He's 1-2. And Ray Sadecki for the Cardinals. He is 1-0. The coffee is brewing. Let's look at our opening lineups. For Cincinnati Reds, Leo Cardenas at short, Casco at third, Pinson in center, Frank Robinson, cleanup hitter in left, Post in right, Coleman at first, Edwards catching, Rojas at second, and Jim O'Toole, the pitcher, batting ninth. For St. Louis Cardinals, it's Kurt Flood in center, Julian Javier at second, Minnie Minoso in left field, Ken Boyer at third, Gene Oliver catching, Bill White at first, Charlie James in right field, Julio Gotay in short, and pitching and batting ninth, Ray Sadecki. 1-0 on the season. Gotay with a bow tie. We'll let that coffee brew for a while, and before that, though, we will get into this ball game. We are at Busch Stadium. And the Cardinals take the field. Ray Sadecki on the mound. Leading it off for Cincinnati is Leo Cardenas. And Sadecki is set. Here's the pitch to Cardenas. 110 left-handed. Ballpark slash. Right-hander 1-16 goes through. Cardenas is on with a leadoff single. Now Eddie Casco, the batter. .17 left-handed. That's a shot hit out into the gap in left center, and it's going to be a double for Casco. Cardenas rounding third. 1-15, 1-16, 1-15. Now he'll hold. So second and third, nobody out for Veda Pinson. .25 left-handed walked him, so the bases are loaded. Infield is back. And here's Frank Robinson. That's 3-7 left-handed. Good thing the infield was back. It's a ground ball second for Javier. He throws to shortstop Gotay for one, and then over to Bill White at first for the double play. Cardenas scores. And Casco goes to third. 1-0 Reds. Casco on third, 2 outs. And here's Wally Post. 4-6 right-handed base hits. And that'll bring home Casco. And it's 2-0. Here's Gordy Coleman at the plate. 6-7 left-handed base hit to left. The hits keep coming. Post to second, 1-12 holds. Here's Edwards. This is a clutch situation. 3-12, single 1-2, lines it to second, and that will retire the side. Caught by Javier. 2 runs on 4 hits, a walk, and 2 left on. After a half an inning, it's Cincinnati 2 and St. Louis coming up. We move now to the bottom of the first. Jim O'Toole takes the mound. And Kurt Flood leads it off. 3-7 left-handed, grounder to short. That's fielded by Cardinals. He throws it to Coleman, 1 out. Now here's Julian Javier. Oh. Pitch to Julian, 4-8 right-handed, walked him. Julian is on, 1-18, 1-17, 1-15 being held. And Minnie Minoso is the batter. 3-4 left-handed, ballpark slash. It's a liner. To short, just makes the catch, 2 outs. It was a 17, single 1-16. So 2 outs, Julian on first, Ken Boyer the batter. There he goes, and he's safe. Julian steals second, and he's in scoring position now. We had Julian at a 1-16, 1-15. Actually, he's a 1-16. Julian was a 1-18, -1, 1-17. Being held 1-15, and he stole it easily. Devil die. And it's 2 outs, Julian in scoring position for Ken Boyer now. It's 6-3 right-handed, flies it to left X. Our first X today. Frank Robinson, 2-2. Two, 16-2. He gets 2 at F3. E2, 3-6-7. And he makes the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs. No hits, a walk, a stolen base, and left on second. It's 2-0 after one. And we're so glad to have you all here. You know, I'm wondering, you there, Demos? I had a question. I know it's a dumb question. No one can answer it anyway. But if you're there, I'll ask it. Okay, we move to the top of the second now. Here's Ray Sadecki. On the mound, he allowed 2 in the first. Cookie Rojas to lead it off. O'Toole on deck. That's 6-11. Right-handed, grounds it back to Sadecki X. He's a 551. That's a 7-5. He gets 2 at G3, E51, 589. And he boots it. So it's an error by Ray Sadecki. Rojas on first. And Jim O'Toole, the batter, he's a B bunter. He's going to lay it down. B bunter stays at B. He hits it to the first baseman. That's 8B. And the first baseman steps on the bag and Rojas goes to second. So it's 1 out, Rojas in scoring position. And here's Leo Cardenas. Okay, Cardenas at the plate. Pitch from Sadecki. 4-8, double 1 to 10. It's a double. That's going to bring Rojas home. It's unearned. And it's a 3-0 ball game. Slowly pat. Sounds exciting, actually. Here's Eddie Casco now with Cardenas on second, one out. Two, three. Single 1 to 9. It goes through for a base hit. Cardenas goes to third and holds. First and third, one out. Here's Pinson now. 1-9 left-handed, flies it to left. That might be deep enough for Cardenas to tag. Minoso is a -1. It's going to be 1 to 15, 1 to 14. He's coming, and he's safe. A sacrifice fly for Pinson. And that's 2 runs, 4 to nothing. Casco on first. And here's Frank Robinson. One 8 left-handed, base hit to right. Casco. 1 to 15, 1 to 17, 1 to 18. They let him go to third, cutting it off. And while he posts the batter, this is a clutch situation. Here's the pitch to post. 4-7 right-handed, grounds it to third. And Boyer has it, throws to White at first, and the side is retired. But there were 2 more runs. One of them unearned. 4-0 Reds. We move to the bottom of the second. Here's O'Toole now. Gene Oliver leads it off. 6-6, right-handed, flies it to center for Pinson, 1 out. Now here's Bill White. That's 2-7 left-handed, base hit to right field for White. Thrown in by Post. White is on, 1 to 15, 1 to 14, borderline. Being held. And Charlie James, the batter. Two 8 left-handed, single 1 to 12, it's a 20, lines it to third, caught by Casco, 2 outs. And here's Julio Gotay. Oh. The pitch, 4-8. Left-handed, struck him out. Oh, I'm sorry. 4-8, walked him. First and second with 2 outs, and Sadecki, the batter, they're going to let him hit. Hopefully he'll settle down, even though his ERA is over 5. Probably wishful thinking. 2-5 struck him out. And the side is retired. No runs, a hit, a walk, both left. We move to the third. Here's Sadecki now. Take a look, 5.54 ERA. He was 6-8. 17 starts, we have to deal with that. Ah, Gordy Coleman leading it off for Cincinnati. .37 left-handed struck him out. First strikeout by Sadecki. And here's Johnny Edwards. .212 left-handed, flies it to right. Charlie James makes the catch, 2 outs. And here's Rojas. That's .611 right-handed, grounds it back to Sadecki X. He's a .551. .551.25, G1 gets to it. E51, 6.911, and he boots it. Take your pick. You there, Demos? Because I had a question for you. It's a dumbass question, but I figured I'd ask it for you. That's the second time Rojas has reached on an error by Sadecki. How do you like that? Yeah, you know, I am budgeted so that I could get a new year set, a new set of baseball teams, and I would do a bulk purchase because I need 6 Form B pads. I need a new set of instructions, 2 sets of pitchers hitting cards, and 3 sets of super advanced X charts. But I was just wondering what you thought would be a good year. And I think you're familiar with the years that are available. Should I get 2022 just so I could get, or 2023 just so I could start getting used to how that is? Or should I get another year like 1968? I'm thinking 1949. I look to see how many cards are in the sets, and when they don't mention it, or it's like 23 and a half or 24 or even 25, I'm a little reluctant. But do you have any suggestions what might be a good idea, or should I just leave well enough alone and play this replay until the 2024 sets come out, which I'm definitely getting? Bill, you're thinking 1949. Thanks for your input, Bill. Well, that's the thing. I was also thinking 1968, you know? I don't care, baseball demos. I was thinking, you know, it would be kind of dumb, wouldn't it, to get the 2023 set only to then get the 2024 set in about 3 months. They carded just about everybody what year, Bill? Oh, yeah, Ron McGrath for the Cards. It's Rojas on first, 2 outs. Oh, did they? Let me just take a look at that for a second. As O'Toole, I don't know if they really did everybody, but not really. Demos, I don't really have a favorite team, no. And you don't have to have an answer, because it's ludicrous that I even ask anybody. It's like asking someone, what should I order for dinner? You know what I'm saying? $1949. This was Jackie Robinson's best year. 432 total cards. And there were 16 teams. That's 27 a team. That's pretty good. You say too many players? No, Strat-O-Matic, they have the additionals, Bill. You get about 288 additional players on top of the approximately 27. Go check it out. Bill. Oh, they were good, Ron, but they weren't great? All right. Here's O'Toole now, with Rojas on first, 2 outs. "1-9" struck him out. And that's the side. No runs, no hits. Oh, yeah, they may go through 50 players, yeah. But I'm saying, Ron, you know how many they have on the sets, don't you? Take 2023, for example. 27 cards per team, plus a 27-card mixed player group, plus 288 additionals, divided by 30. That's about 9.6 cards on top of the 27. That gives you an average of about 36 cards per team. 36 cards per team. I hear what you're saying, Demos. Okay. You're trying to facilitate me to figure it out myself, but here's Jim O'Toole on the mound, bottom of the third. Yeah. Here's Kurt Flood. I'll just be patient and wait. The pitch to Flood. 6'11", right-handed, flies to right X. I'm going to be patient and wait. Post 418. '24 F3 gets to it. E18. Out and right. 6-12-17. And that's a 3-base error to lead it off. Wow. A 3-base error by Wally Post. And here's Julian Javier. You know, it's all in the head, your head anyway. You know, it's all in the, does anyone agree with me that, you know, you may try to be fulfilling some sort of emotional need by purchasing another year, giving you some excitement, but it really, if you really think about it, it's all in your head. They're just cards. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Javier at the plate. APBA, are you serious? Do you play APBA? And does APBA even have a official website? APBA Games? They haven't posted on their Twitter account in 9 years. How do you like that? I'm not going to get APBA, no. Here's Julian Javier, Flood on third, infield in. That's a 1-9 left-handed, grounds to second A, infield in. 1-9 left-handed. Grounds to second. Rojas has it. He holds Flood and throws it to first, one away. Yeah, that's correct, Bill. And plus, the stats are not on the cards. When I was younger and I was playing Strat-O-Matic, that really turned me off. I said, what the hell is that? You don't even know what kind of player this is. You know what I'm saying? So 1 out, infield's still in. Flood on third. Here's the pitch to Mignoso. 5-9 right-handed. Hit well by Mignoso, but he has W power. And that will be a double to his advantage. Flood scores, it's unearned. If I'm having, that's right, friends don't let friends play APBA. I'm telling you, if I'm having second thoughts about what I would buy, then I'm going to be disappointed. So I think the best decision for me is to bite the bullet and wait until February. It's about 3 months. That's not so bad. And I'll be saving all that money. Okay, Boyer now. It's a 4-1 game. That's unearned. Mignoso on second, 1 out. 4-1 game now. 5-10. And that's a ballpark slash, right-handed, 18. And that's line to short. 2 outs. We could have called it a fly ball left C easily, but in any case, here's Gene Oliver. That's 4-8. Right-handed, walked him. Oliver on first, Mignoso on second, 2 outs. And here's Bill White. .39 left-handed, chops it to second. And Rojas fields it, throws it to Coleman at first, and the side is retired. I think the best thing for me to do is cope with my emotional disturbance that I need a new set in order to feel satisfaction. And realize you don't need a new set. You've got a set. You've got this set. You've got the 64 set, which you started but abandoned. You have the 1911 set, which you started and abandoned. So you have 1911, 62, 64, and 69. You have 4 sets, and you don't need another frickin' set. That's not going to satisfy you. And but what will satisfy you is the new 2024 set. I'm going to take a break for 2 or 3 minutes. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Network. It's Reds 4, Cardinals 1 after 3. I'll be right back. You know, you may be right. And, you know, demos, something I was going to ask you, Bill, if you're still here. Uh, you play on your own, is that it? You don't broadcast any games? I'm looking at your channel, there's no content. That's fine, any way you do it. Demos, yesterday, Strat-O-Matic made a social media post that they had a unique offer starting today. And the offer is $30 off merchandise if you subscribe to Baseball Max. No, but do you play on your own, Bill? So that was a disappointment. Something may come out between now and, you know, and there may be a sale on some of the sets. You know, they don't want inventory stacking up. Okay, top of the fourth now. It's 4-1 ball game. That's true. So, hard pass, yeah. I saw it. It doesn't do anything for me. And I don't have Windows, so I can't do the Windows game. Free shipping specials. Oh, Lord. Okay. All right, Bill. You wait for, do they have free shipping specials? Really? Okay, Sadecki, facing the top of the order, Cardinals 2 for 2. That's 4-7 right-handed, and he grounds it to third. For Boyer, he throws to White at first, 1 out. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait. I'm going to be an educated, patient consumer. Here's Eddie Casco now, 1 out. And it's 2-6. Left-handed. Single 1 to 17. It goes through Casco. And he's 3 for 3 today. Oh, okay. I'll look for that. Yeah, I think it's a smart thing for me. This conversation has helped me just get in touch with what really the issues are. Now is not the time to buy one of those sets. It's 1 out, Casco on first, Pinson at the plate. Whoa, that counts. If I could find it. There it is, it's a 5. Oh. 5-12 left-handed, single 1 to 2, and he lines it to second, 2 outs. Pinson retired, and here's Frank Robinson. That's 6-4 right-handed, flies it to center X. Under it, Flood 1-4. One 4-12-1 gets 2 at F2. E4, 6-11-12. Makes the catch. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, the single to Casco, left on. We're going to head to the bottom of the fourth now. Hello, Charles. Oh, yeah, thank you, Charles. I just, I was not into baseball enough, starting in 76, really, once I went to college, I was not really following the game very well. I guess there could be players. Did the Yankees beat the Dodgers in that World Series? I mean, I know Mickey Rivers was on the Yankees, the center fielder. Let me see what they have here. They won it in 77, okay. I didn't really follow it too closely. 27 cards per team, no additionals. 52 homers for Foster. Carew hit 388. I imagine that's a great year. I remember I got the 1980 set in 1981. I was, you see, I quit Strat-O-Matic in 74. I did pick it up a few times, and it didn't really stick like it has this time. We're gonna move to the bottom of the fourth. I think I'm good. I think after having this conversation with everybody, I'm good. I could stick with the 62 replay. Oh. But I'm looking forward to 2024. Yeah, three home runs. My father was at that game, I think. My father went to that World Series. I just wasn't following it then in real world that closely. I was in Boston sophomore year. Okay, bottom of the fourth, here's O'Toole on the mound. It's a 4-1 game. Charlie James, the batter. Here's O'Toole. 6'9", right-handed, pops it up to short for Cardinals, 1 out. And here's Julio Gotay. One eight, left-handed, struck him out. Second strikeout for O'Toole. And they're going to have Sadecki hit. They'll keep Sadecki in. Three-six, struck him out. And that's retires the side 1, 2, 3. I just got a pop-up. It's not a pop-up exactly, but I get it, Apple News on my iMac, that there's a strange new syndrome from cannabis. Here it is. Cannabis hyperemesis syndrome. Endless cycle of vomiting, nausea, abdominal pain that can last for a week and become life-threatening due to extreme dehydration, seizures, and kidney failure. They don't think it's caused by weed that's laced. Instead, it seems to be how frequently people are consuming it and how much they're consuming. You're doing 75, Joel. Yeah. I was so into my girlfriend that year. I didn't follow it too much, but I seem to remember the Reds won it all. I'm not sure who they beat. I would guess it's the Yankees. Okay, we're moving to the top of the fifth. It's a 4-1 ball game. See how Sadecki fares here. This is his first endurance inning. Wally Post leading it off. It's a good feedback from Joel. Even the 62 replay is an interesting one to replay, right? 4-4 right-handed, grounds it to third X. Boyer, 222. Oh, the Bo Sox lost the series. That's right. That's right. Thank you. Boyer, 222, 11-2. Gets 2 at G1. I got another question for you all. 4-7-8, E22. Throws him out. 1 away. I have another question for you all. It's, I went back to the super advanced X chart, and now I realize why I left it, because it's very cumbersome compared to advanced. But I went back to super advanced because I realized that advanced does not have things like raising the fielding rating if the fielder is responsible for holding, on turning infield in. A pound would be a base hit. But does anyone have a suggestion for how I address that? If I use advanced, would one way to address it make a ground ball plus, not just only for infield in, but also holding the runner? It just, you know, if you're doing, I'll tell you, Joel, keeping stats is very laborious. That is, you know, but if you think it, if you're able to do it, goodness, I'm doing mine. I'm keeping limited stats, actually. Labor of love. For hitters, I'm doing at bats, hits, home runs, RBIs, and average. And for pitchers, wins, losses, inning pitched, earned runs, and ERA. That's all I'm doing. Here's Gordy Coleman. 1 out, nobody on. Oh, yeah, Bill. Yeah, but demos, if you play card and dice, don't you have to input it? The wild pitch followed by a pop out is bogus, absolutely. Here's Coleman now, the pitch from Sadecki. That's 5-3 left-handed, and that's a ballpark slash. 15, and it's going to go through for a base hit. So Coleman reaches on a single. And here's Johnny Edwards. But I'm really into Strat-O-Matic. You know that? I have reaffirmed my interest in it. 3-5 left-handed, struck him out. Edwards goes down swinging. Third strikeout for Sadecki, and here's Rojas. Yeah, exactly, Bill. That's what I do. And it takes roughly about 3 minutes, I guess. You know, I would imagine maybe it takes me about 5 minutes. Maybe 6. Here's Rojas. 6-9 right-handed, grounds to short X. Go tie, 440. Three, 4, S2 goes through. An error here could score a run. 3-6-8. E40. It's a single, 2 asteroids. Coleman goes to third. One more hitter walk, and Sadecki is fatigued, and O'Toole will come up. Oh, Agent 69, yes. You're very welcome. It's a great escape, you know. I mean, here's the pitch to O'Toole. 1-5 struck him out, and that's the 4th strikeout for Sadecki. He gets out, maintaining endurance. And I'm just going to take a break for a minute or 2 or 3 or 5. I enjoy the chat that we're having about Strat-O-Matic. I noticed that Spokane Steve uses advanced X chart. And that's what got me envious of that. Well, here's a way. Look at rule number 9.12. Everybody. Now, oh, congratulations, Agent. So you have a set. You have a set that was not being used, Agent. It says if the result is a ground ball X, resolve the play in the usual manner, then consult the infield in table on the basic strategy chart. If the result is a ground ball plus plus following it, then change it to single. All runners advance. That's if the infield's in, but also if you're holding a runner. Also, if you're holding a runner, I'd like to somehow figure this out. Let me check something. Here it is. If the infield is in, you see this? For added realism. I mean, it's almost like it's optional. If the infield is in or a runner is being held, regard any ground ball plus as a single 2 asteroids. Oh, that's cool. 81 was a strike year, wasn't it? Do you all think that would be that would work out? The ground ball catcher X wild pitch followed by a pop out is pretty bogus. We could call it anything but a pop out. We could make it a pop out to another fielder. What do you all think of that? Me going back to advanced and making all ground ball plus singles for holding and infield in. Oh, okay. Joel, that's a good suggestion. Plus would be a single for both and increase the range rating on the first baseman. Just on the first baseman. You don't think that I could increase the rating for the first baseman and shortstop on left-handed hitters and just the shortstop on right-handed hitters? That wouldn't be right. Oh, no, I'm saying it is first baseman for both. You wouldn't include the shortstop and the second baseman, Joel? Find where my basic chart is. Yeah. Oh, the plus takes care of that. Jeez. Oh, here it is. Here's infield in. Now I do this with a little bit of shame because it's basic, but X chart. The batter is out, runner on third holds. Other runners advance one base. In bases loaded situation, except for 3 instances, the runner on third is out. The batter is safe, other runners advance. The following are exceptions: ground ball resulting in a hit or an error. And a ground ball followed by plus. You're right, Agent. No shame in basic. Well, I guess I'll just stay through it and I'll think about it. I could switch right in the middle of the game if I wanted. Here's O'Toole, bottom of the fifth, 4-1 Reds. Top of the cards order, Curt Flood leading it off. That's 5-12 right-handed, grounds to third X. Casco 328. It really is time consuming. And, you know, the mental activity you need. That's a 328, 2-3, going to be an S2 single. I guess it's not so bad. 6, 7, 8, 9, E28. It's going to be an S2 base hit to lead it off. So Flood is on. You use super advanced to get the more realistic results, but you find it more time consuming, yeah. Here's Julian Javier now. Flood on first. Not a threat to go. Pitch from O'Toole, 6-12 right-handed, grounds it back X. 4-6. If you can remember it in your head. 24 G1 E6 612-15. That's going to be a G1 with a runner on first, and that'll be a double play. We'll score that 1-4-3. You see, I did it that time. That's what I'm going to try doing, not having to write it down, the range results. Maybe that will help. And it'll also help me work on keeping my memory sharp. No shame in basic. Here's Manny Minoso, 2 outs. That's 3-3, left-handed, walked him. Minoso on first with 2 outs. And if you don't hear me say anything and just see me roll 2 die, that's just to see if he gets the lead. But, you know, you stick around, you'll know what I'm doing. It's Minoso on first, 2 outs. Here's Boyer now. 5-2 right-handed, hit well by Boyer. He's got the power. Deep and... oh, what a catch by Frank Robinson to end the inning at the warning track. That's 5-2, right-handed. Ballpark blast, 1-8. It was an 11, and that will retire the side. The only thing is, Agent, some of the customization may produce, you know, as long as you're consistent, then almost anything can be done. As long as you're consistent. But, again, it doesn't make sense to be playing super advanced for other rules and use the advanced X chart, because you're I guess you're missing some of the things, yeah. And it hurts my head after a while. For example, I'm trying to think now exactly what rules with super advanced are there. Infield in is a single on the plus, but not holding a runner. And on the ground ball X, you get the increases in the range rating if they're responsible for the hold. I suppose I could keep this like this, and like Joel said, use advanced and do this. Why couldn't I do both, Joel? You'd have too many additions. Why not use both? You said just first base. Why not do first and short against the left-hander and first and second against a right-handed batter? I don't want to make you have to think too hard on this, but here's Sadecki now in his 6th inning. 2 hits allowed last inning, his first endurance inning. Top of the order, Leo Cardinals 2 for 3. Let me try to just do this without having to write down anything. You know, like do this on a sweep. Because they're already penalized. You say second and short is already penalized because of the plus. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, here's... Did I just have a roll? I have to check to see what I did here, folks. I think this is an X roll. Yeah, it is. Hold on. I didn't roll yet for the X. Hold on. I'm looking at the replay here. Yeah. I got a roll for the X here. That's a 4-9 right-handed. Oh, it's a ballpark blast. For Cardinals. 4-9 ballpark blast. Cardinals has W power. Right-handed 1-8, and it's a fly ball to left caught by Mignoso, 1 out. Second and short already penalized by the plus. Okay. And you're saying first is not penalized, or you want to just at least give something? In terms of penalization. 1 out, Casco now. Sadecki throws. That's 5-6 right-handed, grounds it to short, 4-go tie, 2 outs. You know, Agent, you're so right. Let me look at that after this half inning, okay, Veda Pinson? Because it's about time I grow up and be an adult about that. Fly ball right, the side is retired. Oh, there are no plus on grounders to first. Geez, you learn something every day. Now, Agent asked me if I'm considering using wild pitch, pass ball, and balk rules. You know? Now, I think you're talking about extra. You have wild pitches on X results and catcher X results. But let me see where I can find that. In the instructions. Look at this. Do not award a single on a ground ball plus while runners are held on base. At all. Do not award a single on a ground ball plus while runners are being held on base. As if you do it when they're not being held? I thought that a ground ball plus is only on infield in. Can anyone help me with that? Super advanced, convert the ground ball plus to a single only when the infield is all the way in. Well, I don't do corners. Lord. Extra hits, and the defense can play corners in. If I do infield in, I'm playing it infield in. I don't know where corners in. That's really a... Infield positioning. Corners in, page 8. Oh, God. With infield in, convert any super advanced X chart result followed by a pound to single. The defensive team may position his infield in as corners in until there are 2 outs. Whenever a runner is on any base, corners in preserves some double play possibilities while limiting the batter's advantage of hitting safely more often through the drawn in infield. With corners in, you think so, Bill? With corners in, do not award a single for a ground ball plus. Treat the play as if plus did not appear. Oh, God. I don't think I'm made for this. I think that I could easily adapt using advanced fielding and just do what Joel is saying. Add ratings for the first baseman only and keep it as infield in as a single. I want there to be sufficient disincentive to hold people. And I'm not sure the +1 is sufficient. Joel, I'm just suggesting to you, maybe I should make it holding a runner is a base hit also, or you don't think so? Wow. It's paralysis by analysis. I like it. Okay, bottom of the 6th, Jim O'Toole handling the Cardinals rather well. 1 run unearned in 5 innings. His first endurance is the 7th. Here's Gene Oliver now. 5-5, left-handed, walked him. I'm pretty much convinced I have to stay with super advanced. But that's some crazy shit there. The bottom line is, an obsessive compulsive like me, I don't need to start worrying about whether I think I'm. Oh yeah, the balks. Let me just check something on that. I don't follow the closer rule. Here we go. Individual walks, balks, wild pitches, and pass balls. 29.0. At the top of every advanced side of their cards, each pitcher is rated individually for his balk, he's got a 5, O'Toole, and wild pitch frequency, he's got a 2. And each catcher is rated for passed ball. Here it is, 5. I know the T rating. Each is on a scale of 0 to 20, 0 being the best, resulting in the fewest of these plays. To use these ratings, follow these rules. When pitching to batters, when rolling the 3 6-sided dice, or when using the bunt or hit and run charts, I don't use hit and run, roll a 20-sided die at the same time. When rolling the 3 6-sided dice or bunting, if the 20-sided die roll is 3 to 20, continue normal. If you need the 20-sided die again to resolve the play, you must re-roll it. Okay. That makes it more time consuming. That's why I roll the 20 every time. If the 20-sided die roll is a 1, a wild pitch may occur. Refer to the pitcher's wild pitch rating. Roll the 20 again. If it's less than or equal to the wild pitch rating, a wild pitch occurs. And all base runners advance 1 base. It's a wild pitch. That's on a 1. With runners on base, you say you need to do it. Yeah, let me just see something. This is for balks. Wild pitch. A 1. Two. A balk or pass ball. Oh my goodness, 2. Roll just one six-sided die. 1, 2, and 3. A balk may occur. 4, 5, and 6. This is way too complicated for me. Agent, that's just too much for me. Okay, I hope you understand. The whole thing is if you're consistent. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to, you know. Oh, jeez. The havoc roll. Ay, ay, ay. Demos does it. I know he does it. Joel, do you do it? Bill, do you do it? Here's Bill White. Oliver on first, no outs. I know that I'm not doing it. 1 to 14, 1 to 13, not being held. You do it. Let me read that again. Because it gets to be bizarrely complex. I got the 1. Okay. Okay, on a 2. If the 20-sided die is a 2, a balk or passable may occur. Roll the white 6-sided die first. One, 2, or 3, maybe a balk. Four, 5, and 6, maybe a pass ball. In either case, roll the 20 again and refer to the ratings. Okay, that's not so hard. Okay. Well, maybe I'll tentatively consider doing it. Spokane. Oh, I love it, Spokane. I love that. You know, Spokane, I wanted to ask you, I just have gotten into talking with people here in this game. I'm sort of envious of you for being able to use the advanced fielding chart. And I want to ask you, do you make any other adjustments, Steve? In other words, in particular, what's that, Demos? Don't ask who. When I attempt to, yeah, this is what you roll for attempting to get a lead. That I know. Spokane, do you make any adjustment to allow for the idea that if runners are held, you increase the rating. That's one thing. Joel suggested just increase it for the first baseman. Or is a ground ball plus a single 2 asteroids for both infield in and holding the runner? Spokane. And, I think Spokane, I can't tell you, I'm not a mind reader, I don't know how he feels, but he seems to be quite comfortable. The second one, which... Are you saying that if you're holding a runner, any ground ball plus is also a base hit? Yeah. So do you, I think what that means is on ground ball plus, oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. But, and by the way, if I get the balk wild pitch pass ball thing going, what about a 3? Then I have almost everything except robbing a home run. Where is the 3? The initial roll is a 1 or a 2. Oh, okay, it's just 1 and 2. Okay. Just 1 and 2. Yeah. Relatively rare. You check for pickoff. You check for pickoff. See, when I go for the lead, like say Bill White, it's 3-6. He gets picked off on 11. I only need to roll 2 die. Spokane. You know what I'm saying? What am I missing there? Okay, here's White facing O'Toole. Oliver on first, no outs. 11 is caught stealing. Yeah. Yes, but that can come out from this roll. You don't need the 20 die. You know what I'm saying? It's 3-6 gets the lead. 11 gets picked off, or he's really caught stealing. And 2 and 7 to 10 and 12 does not get the lead. In any case, Oliver not being held. And here's Bill White down the pitch. 1-5 struck him out. And I have to look at the 20 die every time to see if it's a 1 or 2. I use it, I roll it anyway, so I'll try to be more cognizant of that. Okay, here's Charlie James now. O'Toole and the pitch. 5-5 right-handed struck him out. That's the 5th for O'Toole. And here's Julio Gotay. This isn't so hard. You know, the balks, wild pitches, and pass ball. I imagine once you get into the role, so I roll it anyway. And now I'm just, the only rule change here is I'm looking at a 1 or a 2 for that. Here's Gotay now. Balks are relatively rare in real world, you know? I don't know why we need I guess the pass ball and the balk ratings or the wild pitch ratings are in there. Even though they're on the X chart. That's a 3-8 left-handed, flies it to center. This should end the inning. And the side is retired. But I do appreciate all of you bearing with me. Oh, agent. Okay. Okay, so let's just take an example here. Let's go with Gotay, even though his ratings are pretty not, well, then they're okay. A 4 and 6, so Gotay, I would go like this. And pick off or a balk. What about wild pitch? So you're saying if this turned out to be a 2, that could be a balk. You call pickoff. That rule I don't know. Let me check that. Super advanced stealing. That's an interesting rule. If you rolled a 1 there, you would roll the 20 again. If it falls within runner's rating, he's safe. Oh, Christ. '16 to 20, he's picked off. I don't think I follow that. Don't try to explain it to me, Steve. I don't, my head is already mush. I just saw this and I didn't realize this. If the runner is not held, his adjusted success rating may exceed 20, in which case he's automatically safe. That's if not being held. If he's held on, may not exceed 19. Okay, that's something I just need to be cognizant of. Oh, Lord Almighty, here it is. I think this is pickoffs and balks optional. When rolling for a lead, also roll the 20 die. This is what Steve's talking about. If the 20 die is 3 to 20, discard the 20-sided die and continue normally. If the 20 die roll is 1, the runner attempting to lead may be picked off. Refer to the runner's second steal success rating, in parentheses, and roll the 20 die again. If the number rolled is less than or equal to the runner's rating, less than or equal, the runner dives back safely. Less than, if the number rolled is less than or equal to the runner's rating, the runner dives back safely but has failed to achieve his good lead. If the runner, that's why you said 16. So again, if it's a 1, if I tried to get a lead on a 1 on go tie, he did not get the lead. Refer to the runner's second steal rating. If the number rolled is less than or equal to the runner's rating, that's a 15. Oh, Lord. If the 20-sided die is 1, the runner attempting the lead may be picked off. Refer to the runner's second steal success rating. That's, in this case, that's a 6. If the number rolled is less than or equal to the runner's rating, the runner dives back safely. Well, in this case, it's a 1. My goodness. If the number rolled is higher, the runner has been picked off. If the 20 roll is a 2, there's a possible balk. This is optional. Ay, 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 it's optional. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break for 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, Bill, you know, I need tutoring, you know? It's a 4-1 ball game. We've gone 6, and I've gotten sort of sidetracked into oblivion. I think it's too complex, some of these rules. You know? I think that some of these super advanced rules are way too complex. I think the way I'm doing it is satisfactory. And if I could just remember a 1 or a 2 on the 20 die, There's a possible balk situation. And by the way, here's a question I have. Joel, what's the point you're saying? Who has a point? But Joel, let me ask you this, since you just commented. If I roll these die and it comes up a 1, and this comes out to single 1 to 5, ground out 6 to 20, does this negate that? Do I ignore that card rating? And if this is not a balk, not a wild pitch, or even if it is, then I roll again. Do you follow what I'm saying? Oh, I mean, going back to the that rule. See if I could find it. Here it is. Continue the normal reading of the 3 dice on 3 to 20. But if it's a 1 or a 2, you must re-roll the 3 dice. There it is. They say without the 20-sided die. To continue the play, I do it with. Okay? Got it, Bill. Thank you. Got it. Oh my Lord, here's where the wow, this gets to the point where you wonder it's insanity here. Look at this, fielding chart adjustments. Do they really expect people to follow all these rules and learn them? I mean, you guys did. Wow. This is good for knucklers, yeah. When using this system, PP and PF, which could be a pass balls, they're handled differently. These readings indicate that a possible passed ball occurs. Oh, with runners on base, and if no error occurs on the play. If those conditions refer to the wild pitch rating and roll the 20 die. If the rolled die is less than, then a pass ball occurs. If the rolled number is higher than the pitcher's rating, no passed ball, and the batter pops out. But wouldn't this be what they don't mention? If those conditions refer to the pitcher's wild pitch rating and roll the 20 die, if the rolled number is less than or equal, then a passed ball occurs. What the hell? Possible pass ball, oh yeah, with runners on. Only pass ball though? If those conditions refer to the pitcher's wild pitch rating and roll the 20 die, if the rolled number less than or equal, pass ball occurs. If the rolled number higher, no passed ball. Yeah, I need one-to-one tutoring. Okay? and I think I needed, I mean, demos, I'm grateful to him. He taught me with tutoring. He helped me get the super advanced stealing, which I'm very appreciative of. I think that it's actually, and I'm going to take a break for about a few minutes here. I think, from my own head, I want to just tell you something. I think that it's irrational for me to start worrying, obsessing about whether or not I'm playing this game quote unquote accurately. I think the best thing for me to do is do the best I can, or the most I'm willing to do, and understand that so long as I remain consistent, which I am, it's okay to not do things, some things that are just out of my grasp now. Uh, uh, and otherwise, it's irrational for me to start obsessing about it. I've already incorporated the 1 and 2 possible wild pitch and pass ball. Right, Spokane. Thank you. Thanks for the affirmation, Spokane. I'm going to take a break for 2 or 3 minutes. Oh yeah, we got Steve. Steve at 4:30. I'm enjoying your games a lot, Steve. I enjoy demos games. Uh, it just so happens demos. I sometimes I catch demos. Most of the time, lately I've been catching demos work off hours, meaning on demand, because it just the luck of the draw. But I think because Spokane follows my game, that's worked out very nicely. Where I just chill and enjoy myself, and I'm really enjoying his games. I'll be back in a couple minutes, and we'll try to do the back 3 innings in this ball game. And I know that most of you came here to watch a ball game, but for the past, half hour to an hour maybe. Yeah, Bill, I hear you. That we've been more chatting about the rules than me playing the game. But I don't know about any of you. I enjoyed this as much. I don't enjoy the idea that I'm still not getting it all, but I enjoy this discussion as much as the game. Demos, I don't know if you're still here. If you're still here, Dems, here he is. I really would like you to think about doing a comprehensive super advanced. You're learning too, Ron? Yeah. A comprehensive super advanced series. I don't believe you could really do it justice in one episode, but I'd really like to see it. I'll be back in just about 2 minutes. Whoa. Okay, let's continue this ball game. Top of the seventh, it's a 4-1 game. Sadecki's still on the mound with full endurance. And here's Frank Robinson. I'll tell you though, it's an aspiration for me to be able to be using all super advanced rules in my solitaire play. But now only with runners on, am I looking for a 1 or a 2 on the 20 die roll. Okay, here's the pitch to Robinson. That is a 6-9 right-handed, grounds it to short X. And again, we're going to try to do, it's my memory that is the reason I put this. At least I have the short written. It's going to be go tie 440. And see if we can just get it in one fell swoop. 420, we're gonna roll the whole thing. 440 actually. 440, that's a 14-4 G2. And that's a 7-8-40. It's gonna be a G2. See, I already forgot what it was. It's a 14-4 G2. You see, At least the roll still exists, so I can look at it. So it's a G2, and that's going to throw him out one away. Okay, here's Wally Post. Post 1 for 3. Sadecki. 1-8 left-handed. Triple 1 to 6. It's going to be a base hit. Here's Gordy Coleman now. And again, this seems like a waste of time, folks. Not being held. I can switch back and forth as manager. Not being held. He gets it on a 2. I usually don't, I prefer not to have to say it out loud, but we're rolling. Oh, almost. Here's Coleman. One 4 left-handed, struck him out. I'll tell you, Sadecki's been pretty good since after the second inning. Now Johnny Edwards comes up. Edwards 0 for 3. That's 6-11 left-handed. Grounds it back to Sadecki X. 5:51. But I got to write this down. 5:51. I got to write down the P. 2-5. That's going to be an S1 base hit. 5-8-9 51, and it's going to be a single, an S1 E1. And we consider that sort of a throwing error. Runner on second. He goes to third. Oh, look at this. No, that was on the X roll. That doesn't count. Oh. Post goes to third, 2 out, second and third. Hello there, Mike. I'd like to get Mike's input on all this. Here's Rojas. Clutch situation. 6-7 right-handed. Base hit to right. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, folks. That's a balk situation, isn't it? This is a possible balk wild pitch pass ball situation. Can anyone help talk me through this? My first one. Second and third, 2 outs. This was the roll. Possible balked or pass ball, Justin. Thank you. So in this case, on a 2, it was a 2. I'm going to roll one die. It's a 5. It's a possible passed ball. Thank you, Justin. Gene Oliver has an E5 pass ball. It is not a pass ball. Is that correct, everybody? Gene Oliver, his pass ball rating is 5. And this falls outside of it, so it's blocked. And we're just going to call that a ball. That's not so tough. Thank you, Joel. You know, you guys are the best. You guys are awesome, really. Okay, we come back to Rojas, and now we do a complete new roll here. Second and third, the 1-0 pitch to Rojas. Yeah, Justin, thank you. 1-2. And he hit him. Bases are loaded, and O'Toole coming up. That wasn't so tough. Now that I know I did that right, I think I could do them all, but we'll keep an eye on it. 5 or 6 times a game? Bill, you're joking. You gotta be joking. It can't be that many times a game. That's humor, isn't it? That's hyperbole and humor? Come on, 5 or 6 times a game that happens? And if it does, I'll give me plenty of practice. Base is full. There aren't that many wild pitches. There aren't many balks, I'll tell you. Here's the pitch to O'Toole. 3-9, grounds it to third. And the side is retired. And that's only with runners on base. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, but I roll this anyway on every roll. Okay, so if a split does come up, I don't have to roll it again. Let me see what Joel's saying here. If you do not get a wild pitch, pass ball, or balk, you do not roll again for a wild pitch, pass ball, or balk for that batter. Joel, I don't understand that. If you don't get a passed ball, you roll again to get the outcome of the at bat. So I'm not sure I really understand what you're saying there. No offense. There's going to be a hitter for Sadecki now. It's probably me. Sadecki pitched 7. "12 hits. Do you realize that Sadecki made 3 errors in this game? Does anybody know that? Let me see what this is. Joel is saying that if you don't get a wild pitch, pass ball, or balk from rolling a 1 or 2, on your next roll for the at-bat, do not consider another 1 or 2 another possible. Oh, okay. And is that in the instructions? Is that in the instructions? Because it is. Okay, wow. That's good to know. Very good to know. There's going to be a hitter for Sadecki. Yeah, Bill Ivan. Let's see who's going to hit here. It's going to be Red Shanedeans. And I checked McDaniel already. He's eligible. But I may not use him. Let me see. I will probably use him again. Wait a minute here. Demos. You're saying, okay, so demos. Okay, so it's only on if a wild pitch, pass ball, or balk roll does occur, you can get another wild pitch, but you can't get a pass ball or a balk. But interesting that Justin, earlier you said that, quote, if you don't get a wild pitch, pass ball, or balk from rolling a 1 or 2 on your next roll for the at-bat, do not consider another 1 or 2, another possible, all of them, pass ball. I think it just might be safer for me to say you can't get any of them. Okay? Lord, help me, God. Do they really expect people to get all this? I love the game, but, you know, let me check on the if McDaniel pitched on the 26th. I don't think he did. No, he did not. It will be McDaniel coming in next inning. Red Shandies. And for those of you who are not familiar with my play, I usually don't focus this much on rules in just a routine game here. But somehow we got into it today. Oh. A lot of these rules would be good on a flow chart. Shane Dean's pitch hitting for Sadecki. The pitch from O'Toole, 6-7, switch hitter batting right, grounds to second X. Rojas, 241. Oh, Pandora's box. Pandora's box. Rojas, 241. Whoa. There's nobody on. Oh, Lord. 241, 11-2, G1 gets to it. G1, E41. 245, rare play. I said G1 gets to it. It's a G1 rare play. Runner on first, no. So it's a ground out. One away. Shane Dean's retired. Yeah, but there was no one on base, Mike. One out, here's Cardinals. Oh, what the hell am I doing here? Kurt Flood. Oh, 5-5 right-handed struck him out. O'Toole pitching a good game today, 2 outs. And here's Julian. You know, the Reds won 98 games this year. They're very good. Who's fork tie? Who's fork tie, Bill? Seems like many of you guys know all the rules too. Pitch to Julian. 6'5" right-handed, grounded a short X. Cardinals 323. G3 gets to it, nobody on. G3, 489. E23, and he throws him out. That's the side. It's a little difficult for me to do without writing this down, the range result. And again, I do it because my memory, I want to guard against any deficits there. New pitcher for the Cardinals, Lindy McDaniel, fork tie. And he's on YouTube. Oh, there he is. You know, I haven't seen him do anything. 4 months ago, he posted something. Let me see if he has any, Steve. That's why I write down at least the position, and then if I'm doing a whole new role, which I notice you do, then, because sometimes you can, you have to get fresh readings on the 6 dice and the 20 dice, then I have it saved at least. Whatever the outcome is, it's saved if I forget what the range is, what the range result is. But I'm looking to see if he has any. I'll tell you what, I'll subscribe to him anyway. Oh, here's Strat-O-Matic Super Advanced Head-to-Head walkthrough tutorial. And what I'm going to do is, this is now in my history. I'll also subscribe to him. The history is a great thing on YouTube. I'm already subscribed to Forky. He hasn't been active lately. Anyway, it's top of the 8th. Here's Lindy McDaniel. Top of the order, Leo Cardenas. That's a 4-6 right-handed, flies to right, 1 out. Now Eddie Casco. Casco 3 for 4 today. 1-8 right-handed, lines it to short, 2 away. Gonna get rolling here a little bit. Now Pinson. 4-6 left-handed, flies it to left. Under it is Mignoso. A 1-2-3 inning for McDaniel. So it's still 4-1. And O'Toole comes out with full endurance, bottom of the 8th. Cards down by 3. Mignoso leading it off. Oh, shit. 3-8 left-handed, pops it to short for Cardinals, 1 away. Here's Ken Boyer. (1-8) left-handed, walked him. So Boyer is on. Now Gene Oliver, the batter. Boyer 1-15, 1-14, not being held. 2-4 left-handed, grounds it back to O'Toole. He throws to Rojas at second for 1, and then over to Coleman at first for the double play. We're heading to the ninth. Spokane Steve, 4:30, folks. Eastern, 1:30 West Coast, 2:30 Spokane Steve time. Be there. Minnesota Twins at the New York Yankees, 4:30 Eastern. Yeah. Steve has his own time zone. Here's Frank Robinson. He's in Washington State, but he lives by an hour later. That must be cool. 1-5 left-handed, hit deep by Frank. To left field, back goes Mignoso, and it's gone. A home run by Frank Robinson, clean as a baby's ass, by the way. His second run batted in. Frank has a monstrous card. 342 average, 609 at bats, 51 doubles, 39 homers, 136 runs batted in, a 1-16 running, 2 in the outfield. It's necessary for your mental well-being. Whatever works, I say. I'm a pragmatist. Look at it again, 1-5 left-handed, home run. Oh, wait a minute. What is O'Toole doing here? This is McDaniel, and we're going to make sure right-handed. Home run 1-9. And it's still gone. Now we'll just make sure. Yeah. I don't know how O'Toole got there. Oh, you'll catch it later, Mike? It's cool, yeah. Okay, McDaniel now. Facing post, it's a 5-1 game now. 112 right-handed, ballpark blast, right field, and it's gone. Back-to-back home runs. Wally Post hits one. .112 right-handed. There it is. Post. Right-handed 1-8, 6. We enter these real time. With all the confusion that I've been going through this game, I neglected to do Robinson. That was home run number 3 for Frank. And for Post, home run number 4. It was an unbelievable year for Frank Robinson, yeah. And he still didn't get MVP. It went to, believe it or not, it went to Mantle, who had under 400 at-bats. Here's Coleman. And the pitch, 6-4 left-handed, flies to center X. Flood 1-4. Got to sort of visualize it. 1-4. 1-4. 21 F3. Wait a minute. Now I'm getting all confused here. I'd have to do a replay now. That was a 112. Okay, here I'm looking at the roll again. Okay, 6-4. I better go back to my old system of writing down the range results. I'm not ready to. 6-4, fly ball center X. There's the center, okay. And the roll is a 20. That's to Pinson 2, Flood 1-4. 21 F3 gets to it. There's no shame in having to write it down. And Flood an E4, 6-9-11. He makes the catch. 1 out. There's no shame. Here's Johnny Edwards. You'll be on the truck when he goes live, but what are you using, Bluetooth or something? Can you listen to it? Here's the pitch to Edwards, 6-9, left-handed, grounds it to first. White takes it to the bag, 2 outs. And for those of you who are new here on my channel, I'm usually not this disjointed. But we just went off into all sorts of rule issues. Pitch to Cookie, 1-7, right-handed, flies to center. And Flood under it, the side is retired, but 2 more runs on back-to-back home runs by Robinson and Post. And Jim O'Toole for the complete game win. Here's Bill White. It's a 6-1 ball game. The pitch from O'Toole. That's 110 left-handed, ballpark slash, and it goes through for a base hit. Now with runners on, we look for the 1 and 2 if it by chance comes up. Charlie James, the batter. That's 4-4 right-handed, flies to center X. Pinson 2-4. Six-2 gets 2 at F2. There's nothing, no shame. Pinson E4, 11-14 E4. Makes the catch. It's going to be an F2. He will hold. Here comes Julio Gotay now. Two 7 left-handed base hits. White goes to third. O'Toole 1-hitter walk away from fatigue. And there'll be a pinch hitter for McDaniel. It's going to be Stan the Man. He's been playing most games. Stan the Man will pinch hit. Even this home run would not tie it, but he's up. Oh, lefty. Oh, we'll still let him hit. Lord. Your son will be upset. I don't blame you for not wanting to do it. Here's Musial. No, it's a pizza truck. He has his own business. The pitch to Musial, 1-5 left-handed, hit well into the gap for a double by Musial. White scores. Ty goes to third. He's not going to stretch it because they need more than that. Musial with a double off of O'Toole, and O'Toole has reached fatigue. Second and third, one out. Actually, that was a 1-5 left-handed. Double 1-5 base hit is what it was. It's just a single. It was two. He still scores. That was a single. He'll go to third, yeah. That's a base hit. Okay, here's Flood now. We're going to be very, very careful. I got to manage for both sides. We're going to bring someone in for O'Toole. He pitched 8 1/3. He's reached fatigue. 6 hits. 2, 3, 5. Walked 6. Struck out 6. He's allowed one earned run, and let's see who's going to come in. I haven't used this guy in a while yet. I used Brosnan last game. I could use him again, but better than that, I'm going to bring in a guy who only has 21 innings pitched. Let me see how many he has now. I have not used him all season. So I think this is a perfect situation for John Satoris to come in with an 0.84 ERA. He has not been used. I'm very careful not to overuse people too much. I understand I may overuse people a little, but I try to be fair. John Satoris. Coming in. And here we go. First and third, one out. Curt Flood, the batter. It's a 6-2 game. It's still a long shot. I'm going to bring Gene Freese in to run for Musial, just to play it safe. Okay, even a home run won't tie it up. It's 6-2. Here's Flood now. One out, nobody on. Satoris called in. The pitch from Satoris, 5-7 right-handed, flies to center. That'll be deep enough for Ty to tag. And that makes it a 5-3 ball game. But there are now 2 outs. That's charged to O'Toole. Here's Julian Javier. First and third. Runner on first. 6-3. The pitch to Julian. 5-7, right-handed, fly ball center. And under it is Pinson. He makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The final, Cincinnati 6, St. Louis 3. O'Toole with the win. Torres pitched 2/3. The loss goes to Sadecki. Sadecki now 1-1. O'Toole 2-2. And the final line, Cincinnati 6 runs, 14 hits, 1 error. St. Louis 3 runs, 6 hits, and 3 errors. I'll put this one in the books. And I will get ready for Spokane Steve's game in just a little more than an hour. It'll be 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 1:30 on the West Coast. Appreciate everybody's help, all the contributions. Thank you, Bill. And yeah, I enjoyed it. We'll see what happens in terms of my effort to break through and get all of it, for goodness sakes. But this balk wild pitch, that's not so hard. Balk wild pitch and pass ball rule with runners on, a 1-2 on the 20 die. That shouldn't be too hard. But I'd like to see some people doing tutorials, okay, with examples. I'm going to go look, for this hour, I'm going to go look at Forte's. Thanks, Mike. That tutorial that he has, I know Demos has done them. I'd like to see a comprehensive tutorial. Stay strong, everybody. Stay well. And I'll catch you. Thank you, Agent. I'll catch you all later. Take care now.